at Swamp Up, San Diego, 2022. We're in person.
Yes,
This
finally,
is so good.
finally. It has been a while.
It's been a while. It's been a minute. Yeah, yeah. And I have the honor to have with me an old friend, Raziel, CEO, founder of Codefresh. We're going to talk about what Codefresh is in a second. How have you been?
So first of all, as you said, super excited to be here. You know, we've been partnering with JFrog for so long, and remember, you know, all the swamp up back then in Napa and then in San Francisco, and then we had this break of COVID, and it's so nice to see people now in person and be here and feel that energy again of, you know, this whole excitement about building software, building it fast, and so on. So super excited to be here.
It's great. Hey, what's your favorite Swamp Up?
Whoa, I think, you know, don't know much about this one yet, but I think the Napa one, just before we moved to San Francisco, that was like super, super nice. It was like intimate. We got everyone back then. We kind of had the feeling that something is about to explode, just about to explode. Great wine, awesome.
It was an experience.
Yes,
it was an experience.
Yes. This looks promising too, you know? It looks promising too. It kind of back into like a small venue with everyone inside. But yeah.
We really tried to get this Napa vibe back without the constraints of like the venues that they have.
It couldn't scale, I think, to the number of, you know, customers and, you know,
But I think that might be what we're looking for. The same vibe, but more scalable.
Yes,
but we'll see. We'll see. Definitely looking forward. Great things tonight, I can promise you. I know what's
I'm
about
looking
to
forward to
happen.
it.
It's going to be amazing.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So Codefresh. I mean, whoever is watching us for a while and following Twitter for a while, obviously know Codefresh just because, as you mentioned, we've been partners for ages.
Yes.
But you know, but there are always new people that are eager to learn about new awesome tools for DevOps, and definitely should know about Codefresh.
Yes, so obviously, yes. So Codefresh, we are like a continuous delivery platform, continuous delivery that has built above, you know, ArgoCD, which is one of the fastest open source projects, you know, at the moment.
Fastest in terms of how fast they develop.
How fast they've been adopted also. You know, I think the CNCF report about the fastest open source project, both from contribution and adoption, you know, pointed out that ArgoCD is becoming, and it's not surprising because, you know, our platform really helping our customers implementing GitOps. And GitOps really start, you know, becoming the standard of how to do deployment. In the same way that, you know, in the past we've moved from waterfall to agile, more and more, you know, organizations realize that in order to deploy as frequent as they want to deploy, they need to move into a practice that takes away all this chaos and so on, and GitOps is the standard. So we're a GitOps platform. We help, you know, many of our customers, you know, implement their continuous delivery using GitOps, and we partner with you guys because you're really becoming, you know, the standards, and in all of these like Fortune 500 companies that we're coming in. So again, this is what Codefresh is.
All right. Okay. So GitOps, I have to share. I really hate the term.
Yeah.
I hate the term for a couple of different reasons.
Yes.
The first is it's really confusing when you compare it with the term DevOps.
Yes.
What DevOps means? Developer, operations come together.
Yes.
GitOps sound on the same vein, completely different meaning.
Yeah, it completely. I think GitOps is more kind of describe the evolution that we've seen over time, that everything is being described and stored as a code. You know, for many years, it was just the application code that were stored in, you know, in Git and so on. And then, you know, there come, you know, standards about infrastructure as a code. You know, with Terraform pushing it, but now also, you know, cross-plane and so on. And recently, it's just the whole application configuration. So everything is being stored in Git, which to some level also aligned to the fact that developers becoming more and more, you know, prominent and kind of influencing in the organization. And Git is their go-to kind of, you know, tool or practice. So that's the term of GitOps, but it's definitely, you know, it's complementing or supplementing DevOps, which talking about a broader scope of GitOps is a practice of how to do continuous deployment. DevOps is talking about this whole space of bringing dev and ops together.
Right, right. So I have an issue with that
Yeah.
being really confusing. But on the practical side of things,
Yeah.
of course, everything described as a code is the right way to go.
Yeah.
But then there is this process of deploy when you start from this code,
Yes.
and you actually need to create artifacts that, in the end of the day, need to go
Yes,
to production
yes.
on whatever device it is.
Yes.
Is it cloud, Kubernetes, Metal, or even IoT devices or edge?
The artifacts are key and instrumental part of the process, So in Git, you mainly store the metadata of, of the different, stages, but the artifacts themselves are like, generated along the process and needs to be managed throughout the process. There's the importance of adding metadata to this artifact, to really being able to trace back to, who built this, image or artifact, whether they're secure or not secure, and that's where we partner with JFrog to kind of adding all of this metadata on top, managing the promotions of this artifact from one stage to the other.
Right. And
yeah.
and this is obviously critical because artifacts and the metadata is the kind of single source of truth
Yes.
of what's going on from a deployment perspective.
Yes.
Right? So you have the source which describes how artifacts are deployed,
Yes.
but then you have the artifacts
artifact
which
itself.
describe what is
Yes,
being deployed.
yes.
So it actually you actually need to have both.
Yes, yes.
So okay, cool. So you mentioned ArgoCD, and that's a CNCF project
Yes.
under the umbrella of CNCF, purely open source, kind of governed by the community.
Yes.
So what Codefresh does with Argo?
So basically, there are multiple levels, but I think, in the first and foremost, we really help you really make the most out of Argo right away. So in one end is we helping you scale with Argo. Most of our customers have multiple instances of Argo. So getting a single control plane to manage all of these Argo instances. Then the other aspect is adding what we talked about, all of this metadata that we come from integrating with tools like, like JFrog. So being able to do the reverse engineering on this deployment. Because the deployments, when you look at it at the code, it tells you, okay, I moved from this chart to that chart. Or I moved from this image tag to that image tag. But what's in this image tag?
Right.
Which commits are inside? And where, which pipeline has built this? What are the other artifacts? Are they secure or not? That's what we're adding on top of ArgoCD. So both the scale as well as the enrichments and the integrations is additional value that's provided on top of ArgoCD.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you also contributors.
Yes, we also, one of the key contributors to ArgoCD. We organize the ArgoCon events together with our partners. We have recently launched a certifications for ArgoCD that has almost over 8,000, certified ArgoCD users and now worldwide. So this is like super, super exciting for us as, just coming out of KubeCon and have seen ArgoCD all over the place. We have given away t-shirts, run out after 2 hours. We run out of all of our swag after 2 hours. Super exciting.
Just because
yeah.
people are excited about Argo.
Yeah, excited about this technology. I think, they realize that they want to move fast and GitOps is the new way of how to deploy. In the same way that they're also looking now, one step after GitOps is like, when I started deployments, how do I implement practices of progressive delivery, like canary deployments and Blueger deployments, putting in all the checks, and we helping them with that too. So
Exactly.
we hosting both the ArgoCD and the rollout, so helping them integrate with APM tools and set up the deployment strategy. So yeah, I think it is an exciting times because we're seeing all of this, and you've seen that too, all of these like Fortune 500 that realize we can't continue doing things the same way we did before. We have to innovate. We have to move much faster.
That makes sense. I think today we learned. Raziel, thank you very much.
Thank you
It's been a
so
pleasure.
much. Been pleasure. Excited to be here and
Yeah.
looking forward to the rest of the event.
Enjoy Swamp Up.
Sounds good.